welcome back to another item shop review. Today's item shop review, as you guys probably guessed, I was away for a couple days. Sorry about that. But so today's item shop, as you can see, probably we have a few. This item shop's like there's the item shop resets in 12 hours, so because of the Batman stuff, so nothing too big at this item shop. I'm expecting Batman will come. Okay. I mean, not big, you know. Batman, superheroes. Ooh. It's only depends on if you like, superheroes are like, okay, whatever. As you guys know, we have Crystal, we have Bruno. This is a sweaty skin right here. Pretty cool. And we have Bruno, everyone's favorite dinosaur, known as the Diplodocus. Um, we have the bite mark. Then we also have the prehistoric. What are they called? Like raptor? No, not raptors. No, not velociraptors. Uh, they're I forgot what they're called. The pterodactyls, right? Then we also have Relax Fit Jonesy, as you guys know, pretty fat right there. Next is we have the Snakes Shacks. We of course have the Tomato Girl right here, pretty nice. We also have the Dirt Sizzled skin right here. You guys know that. Then we have the return of the Flare, the Night Beam, and of course, the Flare bundle. Not bad. You can see buy it sold separately right here. And now we move on to the daily shop. As the Now this skin I haven't seen it for a while. This is Rebel. It's sort of like mecha, kind of mech, weird mech skin. Anyways, next is we have Emerald or Emra. I can say it Emerald, but it's Emra. Fire, water, no, fire, ice, you know, dark, all this stuff like that. Okay. I'm surprised she doesn't have a like a like I would say like create like a light style for her, like one with she has dark, so she must have light to her. So, anyways, next is we got the Frenzy 4 Forever. You can see this is reactive. I imagine when you shoot down, you got thumbs up. Of course, everyone's yep. And you got thumbs down. All right. And we got infected. I know of course we have uh, Ben attacks Locker Bundle. I saw this before, and this is the PJ's um, you know stuff. Of course, and then we got the Golden Week, and that is I think we got 2 more days for this Golden Week thing. So, and then we guys have the all the inventory. And this will be going tomorrow or today after. I don't know which one, but pretty much. But I do have something to talk about while we're on the topic of my shop slash something else. Now, as you guys know, or as you guys know, I have been playing Fortnite for a while. Now, the time being is number one, not really impressed with all the skins. Normally, like the Chuck Explorer, I haven't even got some of these like skins, these items right here, just styles and stuff. Haven't even got it. Moving on to the I haven't got this like these styles yet either. But While we're on topic of something else, we are going to be talking about knights. Yes. Now, as you guys know, the Scrap Knights bundle slash bundle will be coming very soon. It won't cost money. It will cost V Bucks, so expect it to be really expensive. Well, and about knights, rumor has it that there is a possibility. Now there was some scrap slash items and stuff. As you guys know, recently we had like, if you guys don't know, Mancake was not supposed to be in the battle pass for some reason. Some people thought it was going to be a knight, like a knight kind of skin. Now it's we already have like plenty of knight skins, but they're not. It's not going to be like your average like medieval kind of style, like Ultima Knight here. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more like your fairy tale slash fantasy kind of style, like King Arthur, Excalibur, or any other like famous like fantasy like what another one like nursery rhymes and all those kind of things, right? Like fantasy. I mean, we already had a season with fantasy, but I'm talking about like more famous fantasy, like characters like like I can name like the Underworld. If you guys don't know that storybook, there's like those kind of things I'm talking about, the more famous ones. But for example, like anything that's fantasy, like the Rome, another like not fantasy, but more like myth and legends, like like Poseidon, Aquaman, Midas. I mean, not Aquaman. What am I talking about? What's that thing called again? Poseidon. Um, like things like you know, uh, like things like those kind of characters, or Zeus, or Zeus, or anything. Like we already have a mythic character already existed in the Fortnite universe right now, and that is Midas. You guys know he's a very like god. He's a god, like a god magic. He has like uses god magic, so he's kind of like a but we never really got like something that would be like more like a fantasy. Like we have like cowboys, and werewolves and all this kind of style. Like those were just Halloween kind of theme. That was a Halloween kind of theme. It was not really a fantasy with like knights. Um, what's another one? Like like nursery rhymes or anything like those. Like for example, but the reason why I'm talking about this is because there was a scrap skin slash a couple scrap skins that were supposed to be coming. Uh, so instead of Mancake, for example, Mancake was not actually supposed to be intended to be the season 5, one of the season 5 skin. However, I think the reason why they chose Mancake is because they want to make it like all like goofy and wacky, and it's like you know, and season 5 was not going to be the most popular season, as suspected, because I mean, Mancake. I think like honest opinion, I think season 7 will be better. Also, another thing to take note is we got the new return of the tack and the inventory rifle. I keep saying inventory. Yeah, inventory. Infantry rifle as my two favorite guns. I love the infantry rifle because it was kind of fun to play around with. Uh, it was a very interesting gun. A lot of people didn't like it. I kind of liked it because it was like really like I always like when I felt back in the day when I always picked up the inventory rifle. I was just like, oh yeah, this gun feels so nice. I didn't like it before, but it just felt so like a very heavy hitter, and I really liked it a lot. But tack, one of my favorites. Uh, Another thing to talk about now. Um, as you guys know, there is possibly a new Creative 2.0. Now, I am not going to confirm that it's going to be Creative 2.0. I'm not going to say it's going to be a modded map where you can add your own mods and things. So that's not going to be a thing. Um, modding will come to creative, but it won't be on that island itself. It will be on like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you've probably heard it from the news or heard it from any leakers out there. They're talking about possibly a new, what's called a sandbox world. As you guys, like, for example, Minecraft or any like what another, I can't think of any other games out there because the only game that I know is Minecraft and like what's that other game? Like Ark Survival, uh uh Rust, all those games, like, those games are like survival games, right? Those are survival games, but it's this one is a little bit different. It's not like your average, it'll probably be like, like an MMO kind of game where you get you get loot, you get you get to explore, you get to do other things like interact or like with NPCs. You will be able to, like, I hope it's not going to be like those survival games because honest opinion, I'd rather not do that because then it's gonna be like, oh man, it's one of these games again. I just rather, because the games that I like is like things that would to do with fighting bosses and things like that, dungeons and all that kind of stuff. That's what I like to see. Like I like I would like to get like weapons like like swords and all that kind of stuff. No guns, please, no guns, because I'm kind of bored of the whole like gun thing. It's like guns, Fortnite has always been with guns, but uh, it's just like I don't know why, but I just don't find it like I'm just like nope. Uh, so this sandbox, it will be an open world. Uh, I don't know what kind of like, is it gonna be like like an MMO kind of style, or is it gonna be like those like basic survival games? I hope it's gonna be an MMO kind of style because I kind of like MMOs very much. So now I have a theory for next season. Yes, it's very obvious. Next season's theme could be, in fact, be. I'm not saying it's 100% true, but it could, in fact, be. As like mentioned, some people at the beginning of the season. Next season could be like a fantasy with fairy tales and all that kind of stuff. Because I mean, it's a possibility. You like and also, some of these characters don't have to follow the actual story. Like, for instance, King Arthur, he could be like a girl, he could be a guy, he could be anything. Like, it doesn't have to be that certain person. You don't when you're making a story, it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to follow the book itself. You can choose your own path. Alright? It doesn't have to follow the books. Like, it could be, like other things like those, like, you know, poems, yeah, right? Poems, like things like those. And then you can create your own characters from those poems and make them in reality, you know. And like they could be there could be like totally opposites of each other. So just saying. Now I'm not saying it's 100% true, but I would love to see something like that in the near future. Like if Fortnite would do a fantasy slash fairy tale theme, I think it's possible. Because I'm not saying it's highly, highly unlikely, but I just feel like it's possible. Now, another thing, you guys might notice something really interesting. Battle Up is gone. Now, I don't know why Battle Up is gone. I imagine it's probably because of the fact that they're adding this new, what's called this simulation game mode that will be coming in probably maybe a few more months or so. It hasn't been fully finished, but it looks pretty like we got like still a lot of things. I hope if they make this open world, it has to be really big, like really big. It has to be like 10 times the size of the island itself right now. 10 times it'll be beyond battle royale, beyond like anything else. Because if you think of an open world, how how big would an open world be? Oh, huge, huge, humongous. That's why, you know, that's why when you think about it, like compared to the Fortnite, compared to the island, right? Compared to Battle Royale Island, that's pretty small for a small island, right? If you remember, Chapter One's island was way larger than anything. It was that's like a more like size comparison to an open world. But if you like an open world has to be like huge. It has to be huge, like big, 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 big. Can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna go on this little island here. I'm gonna go all the way over here. No, it has to be huge. It has to like. I played an open world before, and it goes on for infinite. You know, see, but like in survival games, right? Like when you're playing survival games, like Subnautica or Rust or anything like those, you have a very limited space. You have a very limited space. It's like a small little island, like a small little place, right? You can go on forever, but there's like world boundaries. In Minecraft, you don't have a world boundary or border. You can go on for miles and miles and miles and miles until you hit the border. But that's it, right? That's Minecraft, right? And then there's some other games like the game that just recently came out a few years ago was Ganesh, right? And I'm playing it right now. It's massive. It is massive. It's like they're like, you know, that's basically what I'm saying. Is that you want to look at, if you ever made an island, like make any island, you have to think of how big it is and how, like, if you compare it to the whole world, like a lot of the places, you know, you think of like it's really small, right? But it's a really big world. It's really big. Like, like for instance, my country is like the second world's largest country in the world, right? And I used to, and then the U.S. like same thing. All these like big, big, big country. They're big. Like these, the if you like Europe is very small. You can go from you know I like go from there to there to anywhere in like Europe for very quick. Like 5 miles there, 5 miles like I don't know 5 kilometers like 20. I don't know how big Europe is, but because I've never been there, but if you compare it to the whole world, it's massive. It's massive. It's massive. You know, just 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 look at like certain like if you even like okay like a good example what would be a quick example for Fortnite Island would be the island Hawaii, right? The island Hawaii, right? Yeah. Look at when I go on the Fortnite Island, it's like everything is smaller. Well, in the Fortnite Island, on the Fort, like on the when you're in real life, it's a lot larger than you think. It's just like you're just like a teensy weensy speck to in Earth, like I mean you know it's gonna be like a sandbox kind of you know. But I hope you guys do enjoy this video slash I'm shot review. I don't know what's going to be happening in the next season Battle Pass, but it's going to be ending on June 8th. Now, I am going to check if that's because sometimes that could change in the near future because I'm pretty sure it will. But I think that this is going to go through it because there's no going to be no delays. So June 8th is on a Tuesday. Yay, Tuesday. Let's see if I don't know. I think there's gonna be like new weapons and things like that, like maybe like melee weapons and things. You know, like imagine like melee weapons would be a kind of really interesting thing. I know we had melee weapons before. If you guys don't know, also tomorrow is May the 4th be with you. Yes, it's um what's that called again? It's the so we had the Batman. I imagine the Star Wars things will come out on that day. Uh, Even though they're very totally different, like different companies. If you guys don't know what I mean, like I don't know. It's just like, is there gonna be like, because if you guys don't know, Lucasfilms is owned by Disney. Lucasfilms, well, Disney owns Luke. I don't know. Anyways, let's just, because everyone knows that, but I'm just gonna say this once. I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Leave a like, /item shot review, discussion video, and I will